Well, hi, everybody. Today, we're going to talk about something that is a kind of a fun thing, and that is those personality types tests that you can take and knowing yourself. So, you might know them as Myers-Briggs. It's really hot right now that I'm not even sure if I'm saying it right, that Enneagram, I might not be saying that right, but the numbers, right? There's all these different sorts of um, programs, right, that you can take that kind of tell you a little bit about what are your strengths, what are your negatives, what do you like when you are doing well, what do you like when you're having a bad day, and a couple things about these and why I actually think there really is some validity to them. So, number one, first thing, we've been talking a lot about team. So, they're great things to do as a team. They're fun and people actually learn something because in general you do learn something about yourself, whichever one of these that you choose to use. You're going to learn something useful. You're going to say, yeah, this applies to me. Maybe this doesn't apply to me, but you're going to see the different things, how they manifest in you. And then what's really, really key is you learn, oh my gosh, not everybody thinks like this. I have team members that think the opposite of me or think very differently about a problem. A classic example for me is I am much more of a kind of quick decision maker, which is not always great. First one to admit that. I have a really good colleague who is my kind of like number one, who is a muller, right? Who takes time to come up with decisions. And that also has pros and cons, right? Each of our styles has pros and cons. But what's key is that we learn this about each other so that we wouldn't get frustrated. Oh, there she goes making a quick decision again. Oh, there she goes taking her time again, right? And so now we know that about each other, and we actually can talk about it with each other and sometimes joke even. So I think that these sorts of personality tests, again, when you think about them, number one, if you haven't done it with your team, it is a great team building exercise. Or if you've done it a long time ago, such that you have new members contributing to your team, it's a fun, great team building exercise. And what's really, really critical is that you look at the composition of your team and learn about each other. That's the bottom line with this, whether you believe that it's accurate or not, is that you learn, you learn, there will be conversation, you will learn something about each other. And that's actually really, really critical to team building, because what is team building all about? It's about communication. So if this exercise gets you all to communicate, you've already won the lottery, right? So that's really important. Then the next thing I think that you need to remember is what it teaches you about yourself. So again, you may not agree with everything on the list. You know, if you're a EF TJ. I don't even know if that's the right. I know what my Myers-Briggs is, but and that is not it, by the way. I'm an E. Could you guess that? I get energized by other people. I know it's shocking to all of you watching this right now. I get it. But you do learn a little bit about yourself, and that's important too. And say, yep, you know what? These are things that I can see definitely are me, and then these are things, these are skills, these are traits that I maybe am not as strong in or that I lack. And so it does allow you some introspection. So the bottom line, why am I talking about this today? Is again, we've kind of been focusing a little bit on teamwork and challenges and imposter syndrome. And here's another tool that you've got in your toolbox to work as a team to figure out your strengths and weaknesses and how to work together. So short and sweet, that's what I've got for you today. If you haven't done it, I would do it both for yourself and the benefit of your team. Until next time.